Hi, besties. So welcome back to the Bestie Talk podcast. I'm your host, Kianna Jit. You guys, I miss you guys. I miss doing this. I miss being on this couch, and I miss talking to myself in my, in my room. I just have missed this so much. You guys are probably like, bitch, where the fuck you been at? Like, where the hell have you been? I have just taken a little bit of a mental health break. I needed, sometimes we just need to take a break for our own mental health. And I encourage you guys to do the same thing. Whether you are, have a regular job or just like a passion project or whatever it is, sometimes we need to take those breaks to better our mental health. So today we are going to be talking about toxic friendships. I've dealt with a lot of toxic friendships in my life, so I feel like I am pretty well educated on the topic. So I'm really excited to be talking about that today with you guys. I feel like we all need a bit of advice when it comes to this subject. And I was literally just sitting here like getting everything ready, and I saw this really amazing post, and I just want to read it to you guys because this is what friendship should be, this is what besties should be. Okay, so I saw this post, and I think that this is exactly what we should be looking for when we're looking for friendships. And I don't know. I feel like we all need to hear this, so I wanted to read it. So it says, "My friendship with other women is so vital to me, so fucking vital. My girls provide pure, genuine, and crucial support. The unique understanding of shared experiences, creating a safe space for emotional expression. I'm so proud of the girls I'm surrounded by. Fierce, soft, gentle, sexy, funny people. They fix things, they create. I'm so proud to call these girls my friends, my women, legends, all of unique journeys, yet all the same, brave and epic." You guys, that is exactly what friendship should be, especially women friendships. I think that we all, they're very crucial. They're very important. And if you have somebody in your life that doesn't make you feel that way, then bitch, that's a red flag. I want to start the conversation off with just a simple question. If you could take away the pain that is in your life as quick as snapping your fingers, would you? If you could take away the trauma, the drama, the pain, all of that stuff that's in your life in this moment, in this second, right now, would you? Like, would you take that all away? Genuinely stop this podcast right now and think about that. What causes you drama? What causes trauma in your life? What causes pain in your life? What causes feelings of hurt, sad, unworthiness, all of that stuff? What causes that in your life? Okay. Would you remove that? Because a lot of the time we have those things in our life that cause us those pains or cause us that feeling of not feeling like you're worthy or not feeling good enough or whatever. And usually those feelings are being caused by somebody that you are very close to, that is your friend, that is your confidant, that is your your partner, that is your mother, whoever. It doesn't matter what it is. They're usually very, very close to you. So all of that pain that they cause, you can remove that. You can step away. All that pain and all of that stuff can be removed very quickly, like as quick as snapping my fingers. But remember that it is going to cause other feelings too. It's going to cause, I call it turmoil. But remember that the turmoil is going to then be replaced with happy feelings and love and light. And you have to go through all that pain of removing the pain to get the good. Does that make sense to you guys? So you have to remove the pain, right? So you're removing the thing that causes the pain, and that is going to cause pain. But trust me when I say that after all of that is done, it's going to feel amazing. You're going to feel light. You're going to feel at peace, at home. It's going to get better. So I'm sure with that first question that I asked, somebody popped into your head. Someone, somewhere, some friend, some family member, someone popped into your head immediately the second you heard that question. So I want you guys to truly take all the things that I'm going to say in this episode and really take that home. I want you to think about it, maybe journal about it. Just truly put your thought and your energy into this and realize that you deserve to be treated better than what you're probably getting at this moment. And I think another thing too is a lot of people don't know that their lives or like their partners or their friendships are toxic. They're like, wait, what? Like people don't like deal with that on a regular basis, or like that's not normal for you to deal with. No, bitch, that's not normal. So today we're going to talk about how to identify that your friendship is toxic. You can also use this in relationships as well. It doesn't need to just be friendships. This can be used for like a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a family member, you know, whatever the case may be. But right now we're just focusing on friendships. So I'm going to be telling you guys some little red flags. And if you say yes to any of these red flags, then bitch, your friend is toxic. So I want you to think, when you have exciting news, let's say you just got the job promotion, you just got the job that you've been wanting, you got accepted into the school, just great news, the house that you wanted, you got, or the closing, all those things, right? And you're so excited. You're over the moon with excitement, right? And you go to tell your best friend, right? This is like, you're so excited, something great has happened to you, and you want to go tell your best friend, right? You want to call them up and you're like, bitch, guess what just fucking happened? Oh my God, I'm so excited. How do they react? How do they react to your good news, to your exciting news? How do they make you feel when you call them and tell them that great information? Are they short with you? Do they get jealous? Do they say, oh my God, that's great. Anyways, so, you know, today was like a shitty day, blah, 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 blah. Do they say things like that to you? If they do, if they make you feel less than from how you felt before you got on the phone with them, then that's a red flag. The next red flag is, how does your friend react to you having other friends? Are they okay with you expanding your genre of friends? Do they understand that you will make friends at your job? Do they understand that you'll become friends with, you know, your significant other's friends? Are they okay with that? Do they make you feel like, no, you're my only friend and you can only be mine and you can't, you know, go make other friends. I'm your best friend. I'm the one that's more important. Do they make you feel that way? But yet they go and they can have friends with other people. Big ass red flag, bitch. Trust me, I used to have a friend who would, anytime I got close to somebody else that she wasn't close with, or maybe they knew each other, but they weren't as close, or whatever the case may be, she would go ham. Like, she would go fucking crazy. The text messages I would get, like, I'll never forget, I was like giggling and getting along with somebody that she necessarily didn't like. It was annoying. That person annoyed her. Bitch, I got a text literally as I'm giggling with that person, as I'm like kiki kakaing whatever with that person. She's texting me saying, who the fuck do you think you are, laughing with that girl? She's fucking annoying. I'm your best friend, remember, blah, 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 blah. Bitch, red fucking flag. The amount of red flags that I have ignored in friendships is insane. And that is why I'm here on this couch today telling you guys what red flags to look for and to walk the fuck away. Run. And if you feel any of these feelings, or your friends or family members, whatever, act the way that these situations that I'm bringing up, you need to be hearing alarm bells, right, bitch? You need to hear my nails. Run, bitch, run, because this is going to get even crazier, and they do not get better. They don't necessarily heal from acting like this unless they move on with other people. They're not going to be able to heal with you. So take that what you will. The next red flag that we have is, how do you feel seen and heard from this person? If they make you feel a certain way. So let's say, like, example, like, you know, I was super excited to tell you about what I got. Like, I got the job promotion and you just didn't seem to be really excited for me. You seemed to kind of be a little annoyed, and that just really hurt my feelings. If they blow you off anytime you tell them, hey, you hurt my feelings or you made me feel a certain way, They are not your friend. They are not the person that you need to be around you. They're not going to be somebody that's going to help you on your healing journey, or that's going to help you become a better person, or to grow, or whatever the case may be. They're not going to be an advocate for that if they can't even hear and see what you're trying to tell them about how they made you feel. It's one thing to maybe, if somebody comes to you telling you, hey, you hurt my feelings, and you don't agree with what they're saying, but still validate that person's feelings. At the end of the day, you still made them feel that way. Even if it wasn't your intention, that's how you made them feel. So same thing with your friend. If you're going to them and you're telling them you hurt my feelings, and they don't validate your feelings, and they're like, well, I wasn't trying to, you're just sensitive. I wasn't trying to make you upset. That wasn't my intention. And then don't apologize or don't acknowledge that they made you feel that way. Red fucking flag, bitch. So this is a topic that I personally haven't experienced with a friendship of mine, but I have seen, and it really bugs the fuck out of me. Like this, I cannot understand it. I am truly a girl's girl, right? I understand how we all feel out here in the world, and how men can belittle us and things like that. So I am truly an advocate for all girls. So I cannot understand or fathom this way of thinking. But if your friend belittles you in public or humiliates you by making fun of you, or you're like, bitch, what are you wearing? Especially when there is men around, red fucking flag, run, bitch. Because what the fuck? I can't even understand how a man's gaze, or just men can make women, especially women that are supposed to be best friends, women that are supposed to be sisters, how can a man's presence make them flip that switch so fucking quick to make them act like, oh, you're beneath me and I'm better, and what are you wearing? Or I have seen one time this girl was like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, do you want to go with me? And her friend was like, bitch, you don't need me to go everywhere with you, just go to the bathroom. That is not your friend. Are you fucking kidding me? Because there was men around. That is not your friend. That's a hater. That's a fucking hater. Full blown, straight up. That's probably the same type of bitch that tells you, oh, a cute ass outfit that looks good on you. No, girl, that doesn't look good on you, but let me wear it. That's the same type of bitch. Walk away. Run away. That is not your friend. That goes along with being competitive, right? I feel like that is such a huge thing, especially if you guys are friends in the same industry. I personally have had a toxic friendship where that friend was in the same beauty industry as me, and it just became so toxic and competitive. Oh, well, I'm doing better. No, I'm doing better. I have this amount of clients. Oh, you own a salon? Well, now I'm gonna open a salon. Things like that. It would get so competitive for no reason. And so if you have a friend or somebody in your life that you buy a house, okay, well, now she wants to go buy a house, or oh, I just got this new car, I'm gonna get the same car, or just things like that. There's one thing of being personally, I love twinning with my friends. I love it. If there is a shirt that's in pink and they have it in another color that my best friend wears, bitch, get the same thing. I want to twin. I love that shit. That's for me, I don't know, I just love twinning with my friends. That is one level. But for somebody to never validate or never celebrate your winnings, but try to counter them, that's somebody who is competitive. So it doesn't even have to be well, she never says that she's trying to compete with me, or it's never out loud. But again, if your friend does not celebrate your wins, but tries to create those same things that you're getting, or get the same things that you're getting, that's being competitive. That is definitely being competitive 1000%. Again, run, bitch. If your friend peer pressures you, okay, I will never forget this time. I was hanging out with people who I so thought were my friends. And I personally am somebody who doesn't go clubbing or doesn't like go out in that sense. I'm a big homebody. I love to be at home with my husband, or like if I'm with my friends, like we love to like watch movies and stuff like that. So that's like for me, my fun and my excitement. I think I have only been to a club, bitch, for my bachelorette. Like I don't know. For me, I'm an awkward like little person. I just don't really like that scene. And that's okay if like, you know, other people like it. But for me, I just get uncomfy and I just don't love it like other people love it. So one time I was hanging out, we went to dinner and we were like, you know, drinking, getting margaritas, whatever. And these two friends were pressuring me. Come out with us, go to the club with us, come on. Like, why don't you just want to go? What, your husband won't let you go? The peer pressure of just like wanting them to come with you to do things that maybe that person doesn't feel comfortable to do, that is a huge ass fucking red flag. It's one thing to be like, come on, girl, like let's go out. And if somebody's like, sorry, girl, that's not my scene, that's not like something I really like to do, take that as an answer. I'm not saying it's wrong to like want your friends to go out, like begging your friends to go out. That's a different fucking story. But if it's something that someone doesn't want to do and you're peer pressuring them, then that's a fucking red flag. It doesn't have to be even just like going clubbing and doing things like that, but it could be whatever. If somebody is peer pressuring you into doing something that you genuinely don't want to fucking do, it's not about like, oh, well, like I want to do that, but I'm scared to do it. That's different. And your friend's trying to like get you out of your comfort zone and to like get you to do the things that you really want to do and like blossom and things like that. Beautiful. Love that. That's a great friend. But somebody who's peer pressuring you and making you feel like, fuck, I have to do this thing or they're not going to be happy with me. Big red fucking flag. Like red fucking flag. That hell no. I am so glad that I didn't end up going that night because it's not something I wanted to do. I didn't feel comfortable and they ended up having a horrible fucking night anyways. So that's on that. Another big ass red flag for me is if you want to create boundaries. So let's say you create a boundary with a friend and they hate it. They're pissed. They're angry. They're fucking like throwing an adult tantrum. That is the biggest red flag because the only people that throw a fit and complain about boundaries are people that are benefiting you not having a boundary. Remember that. And that could be, again, like I've said a million times in this episode, that can be anybody. That could be a parent. That could be an aunt and uncle, a friend, a partner, a coworker, a boss, anything. If you're trying to set a boundary and they're pissed off, like for me, for example, my love language is gifting, right? I love to gift, and that could be even just like going out with my friends and me paying for their dinner or whatever the case may be. But that's my biggest thing is gift giving and just like tokens of appreciation. And there was a friend that I had that I paid for this girl's lunch and dinner anytime we went out. Anytime we were going out, and that was like 4 to 5 days a week, I paid for it. And I finally set down a boundary of like, I can't do that anymore. Like it's just not fair. She was so furious. The amount of anger that came out from this girl from setting a boundary of like, I pay too much into you and you don't pay enough. You don't pay anything into me or just pay for yourself. She was so mad because she was benefiting from me just laying down and letting her do whatever and me not standing up for myself and having that boundary. She was benefiting from that like a lot. So she was pissed off that I found a voice for myself, that I finally had enough. And I was like, no, I'm going to stand up for myself and in a positive, nice way. And she was so angry about it. That is, for me, that was the biggest red flag of like, this is not your friend. And I'm going to talk about it too. Just like I ignored all these red flags that I'm talking about. I have ignored. Do not be like, oh my God, Kianna just really listens. No, bitch. I was that too. I ignored every single fucking red flag. I ignored the way that this person made me feel. I ignored how they, you know, treated my friend, my other friends, my family, my business, all of that stuff. I ignored it because I was like, this is my best friend. Like, this is how, you know, it's supposed to be. I was right there with you guys, like thinking that that was how friendship was supposed to be. And being on the other side of it now and having good, solid, healthy friendships, bitch. If I could go back and tell old Kianna, honey, that is not what you were supposed to be doing. Get the fuck out right now. I would save me thousands and thousands of dollars, and I would have saved me a lot of heartbreak. So trust me when I say I know how this fucking feels, and I know how hard it is to create those boundaries in friendships, especially toxic friendships, and how scary it can be. But I'm telling you right now, babe, you stop this fucking episode or whatever once you're done with it and create those boundaries in your friendships or relationships. And if they get angry and they get upset about these boundaries, then that's universe telling you, honey, you've got to go. You've got to take a step back and leave this friendship behind. One that I am realizing kind of now, something that I'm learning with like my friendships that I have now, is just friends who pick men over their friends. This can be a big trigger for some people. This can be something that they don't necessarily care about. I'm honestly 50-50. I understand that, you know, my friends have relationships and things like that. I'm married. I have a husband. So I understand how important it is to water and grow a relationship, but it's also important to water and grow your friendship, because at the end of the fucking day, that's your girl. That is your fucking girl. A man can piss you off. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, me and my husband get along 24/7. Nah, man, that man pissed me off sometimes. He gets on my motherfucking nerves. He really does. And who do I go to when my man is getting on my nerves? My best fucking friends. So you need to water and grow that relationship just as much as you're growing your relationship with your man. Just as much as you're growing a relationship with whatever significant other that you have, you need to grow with your friendships. You can't be like, oh, all about my man, all about my man, all about my man, and then all of a sudden he pisses you off or he does something fucking crazy and you're like, girl, where's my girl at? Do not expect her to still be there for you, because bitch, you weren't there for me. You weren't talking to me. All you cared about was your man. So if your friend is all 24/7, all about her man, all about her man, all about her man, and when she's with you, all she can talk about is her fucking man, bitch, red fucking flag. Red fucking flag on the field. Hell no. No. I think one of my last red flags that I have for you guys is does your friend support your decision in bettering your life? And this isn't like, oh, I'm going and fucking my ex that treated me like shit and your friend's not supporting you. Ugh, she's a fake and she's not my friend, whatever, blah, 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 red flag. No, honey. If she doesn't support you and you doing toxic bad things, that's a real friend. But if she doesn't support you in doing things like bettering yourself or like going back to school or starting a business, things like that, that's a red flag. I've seen too many girls who are like, my friend doesn't support me getting back with my ex, even though he was a cheater, he manipulated me, and he made me feel like shit, made me cry all the time. She doesn't support me getting back with him. She's a fake. She's not a real friend. No, she's a good ass friend. I think that is another thing too that we need to talk about, is like, there is a difference between bad friends and good friends, and we need to acknowledge the difference between both. A real friend isn't going to let you fall back into bad habits and fall back into things that are shitty for you or that are bad for you, that make you go down the slope when you're supposed to be bettering yourself. That's a true friend. But somebody who doesn't support your decisions to better yourself, that's a bad friend. And you have to remember, so many people, I think, like, honestly, I would say like a 90% of people hate to see others bettering themselves. I was talking to a girl the other day, I'm not going to say exactly who, but like, she was telling me that she was going to have weight loss surgery, and I was so excited for her. I'm like, oh my god, fuck yeah, like that's so exciting. Like, I love that for you. If that's something that you want to do, I love that for you. I'm so supportive, whatever, right? And she was telling me that that she had a couple people not be happy for her and just say like mean, cruel things like, oh, you know, you should just be going to the gym. Like, I worked out and I lost the weight. You're doing something wrong. Or someone had told her, bitch, just just get on Ozempic, like that's bad for you, like whatever the case. I don't know exactly what she was saying, but remember that people who are sad and stagnant in their lives, right? Like those people who are making those comments, you don't know what the hell they're going through. They're probably pissed off at their husband or just sad and angry that they're stuck and stagnant in their life. And they see someone making a decision to do better for themselves, to make themselves feel better, to get healthier, to do whatever. It's something that's bettering this girl's life, right? They're going to hate it. They're going to want to attack it and make her feel bad for doing this amazing thing. Remember that friendship breakups are just as tough as love breakups. They're about damn near the same fucking thing. They're going to put you through the mud, girl. Like, you're gonna go through heartbreak, you're gonna go through triggers, you're gonna go through feeling like shit, like the 7 stages of grief, like all that shit. I truly feel like I read somewhere, I don't know where I read it, but it was to fully get over someone or to fully get over something that's happened in your life, you have to go through every season, like a whole year since that traumatic event. So like, let's say losing a friendship, right? You have to go a whole year of experiencing like Valentine's Day without that friend, Christmas, your birthday, Thanksgiving, things like that. You need to experience all those experiences that you had with those friends without, to fully get over it, to fully end that cycle. I'm a true believer of that, because you're going to feel the triggers, like, oh wow, I remember what I was doing last year with that best friend on my birthday, and now this year it's a totally different story. And creating that new memory in your head of like, this birthday that person wasn't there and it was still good, or whatever the case may be. Creating that new memory in your head really helps, because like for me now, it's been about a year and a couple of months since I've left a really, 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 really toxic friendship, and now I can look back and be like, okay, well, what did I do for my birthday? And I don't immediately think of her. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, or what was Christmas like last year? I don't immediately have the memory of her being in my life. I have a new memory of a new Christmas and whatever the case may be. And that truly is my biggest like advice when going through either a love breakup or a friendship breakup, is just going through it. Like literally going through the fucking breakup, going through all the triggers, all the struggles, all that stuff. Don't try to avoid it. Don't try to like, oh, like I don't want to, like I just can't do that right now. I've heard a lot of times my clients being like, I don't have time for that. I got to get over it. I got shit I got to do. And that's wasting my time, me feeling those emotions. No, babe, you got to go through those fucking emotions. You have to feel those fucking emotions to get over it. You have to go through it. You can't get over it. You got to go through it. Okay? Another thing that really helped me is finding true friendships. I promise you, you will find them. I used to think like this is insane. Like, why do I attract toxic friendships? Why do I attract possessive people? Why do I attract people who don't want me to be better, or who only use me and things like that? Like, why do I attract those types of people? And I thought that I would just never have good friends. My husband has about the same group of friends that he's had since I think he was in middle school. So to see like friendship like that, and then friendships like I have, like I don't have friends that I've known for like 16 years or like, crazy shit like that. Like I hear people talk about like, oh yeah, I've had this friend since we were like little kids and things like that. Like I don't experience that. I've never experienced that. So I honestly, after this past toxic friendship, I was just like, okay, well this friendships just aren't for me. Like I'm done. I give up. And then the universe was like, no, and sent me a whole new amazing group of friends that truly embodies the passage that I read to you guys in the beginning of the episode. They truly embody women experiences together. Like they are supportive. We are just like a band of little like sisters that just don't fucking break, and we're there for each other through everything. And I never thought that I was going to get that. So I promise you, you will experience that as well. The universe will send you what you need in that moment in time. Remember that nothing is on accident. Every single thing is on purpose. So even when you have those toxic friendships in your life and you're like, why the fuck am I going through this? Or like toxic relationships, right? Why the fuck did the universe send me this? Like, I'm pissed the fuck off. Like, why do I have to continue to experience these shitty things and people making me feel like this? There's a reason. There's a lesson within those friendships and within those relationships. Maybe it's hard to see it right now when you're up close. You know, when I always say, like, when you're this close to a situation, right? When you're like nose to the fucking thing. Sorry to my people who are just listening. Like I'm putting my hand to my nose. Like, you're so close to the situation. You can't see everything. You can't see the big picture. You can only see what you're seeing in that moment. So when it's been a year and you've healed from that stuff and you take a look back and you've stepped back, you've taken a couple steps back and you're able to see the whole picture, you realize that there has been lessons. There has been things that you have had to learn along the way with this friendship, and it's now prepared you for the greater friendship, prepared you for life, prepared you for other things that you're going to experience. And that is why we go through the shitty things. That's why we go through the shitty friendships and relationships. I know it's fucking hard to hear that, especially when you're going through it at this moment, or when you've just decided, fuck it, like, this is it, that I needed to hear this message. Like, this is what I needed to fucking hear to finally walk away from this friendship. You don't want to hear, oh, there's going to be lessons and that's why you're going to go through this shit. Like, I get it, but babe, I promise that's the truth. And you're going to be fine. You're going to grow from this. You're going to heal from this. You're going to be a better person because of this pain and trauma that has been caused to you. So after hearing everything that I've said, I really, 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 really want you guys to journal it out. Journaling has been something that I have found recently through my mental health break from the podcast that has truly helped me. It is, even when you're fucking pissed. Like, I know when you're pissed off, you don't want to fucking grab a notebook and a pen and fucking write your heart out. You're like, no, I want to go fight a bitch. I get it. Trust me, bitch. Been there, done that. Like, I get it. But write it out. Write your feelings out. Write your pain. Get it all out. Like, just fucking scribble that shit out. I promise it's going to make you feel better. And however this episode made you feel, that first person that when we first began this episode that popped into your head, I want you to write about them and truly get your emotions and all of that out and take a step back and realize, okay, yes, I was able to answer yes to every single one of those red flags, or to a couple, or to whatever. I need to take a step back and truly take your power back, bitch, because I promise you, your life is going to get so much better when you do it. I promise. It's gonna get messy at first. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're gonna go through pain. You're gonna go through trauma. You're gonna go through like crying and feeling like fucking shit and being like, why did I fucking listen to that bitch Kianna? But I promise it's going to get better after. Okay? I promise. I've been there. I done that. I just came back from that. It's gonna be good. But I have missed you guys so fucking much, and I'm so excited. I am back. Episodes are back. They're gonna be weekly. My next episode, I really want to do a bestie advice column. So if you guys have situations or things that you need advice for, please, 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 please message me on Instagram. You can either message my personal page, which is just Kianna Jit, or the Bestie Talk Pod page. Everything remains anonymous. Nothing will be said online. No one will know anything. It's just me answering. I'm the only one who has control over my Instagram. But I'm really excited to be now like doing this. It's something that I've always wanted to do, was have like an advice column for you guys where us little besties, we can chat. And you know, even if you're going through all this shit with friendship stuff, me and you, baby, we're besties right now. Okay, we're best friends. We've just discovered that we're in our own little trio, or our own little duo right now. And you don't need anybody in this moment right now. Just me, you, we got this on lock. Okay, so make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.